What's going on, guys? It's Buzz here, back again with a very late upload for this review. If you're watching this video, you're probably going to end up seeing it the same week I dropped the Inter versus Milan Milano Derby preview. Apologies for the late upload, as I've had a busy 2 weeks since the game's been played. But we got a lot to cover, such as just a quick recap of the game, what happened, what transpired. A few 7 Inter players got COVID, and in the transfer market as well. I guess I'll just get into the game. So we played Lazio away at their ground, with the game ending 1-1. Lautaro Martinez scoring in the first half, and then Serge Milinkovic-Savic always turning up against us like he did towards the back end of the 2019 and 2020 season, coming up big and scoring in the second half. This game saw 2 red cards, one from Ciro Immobile slapping Arturo Vidal, which Arturo Vidal was play acting on the field, and then one from Stefano Sensi, which is debatable whether it's a red or not, but they've given him a red, so we are without him for the next match, which is the Milano Derby. And this saw Antonio Conte play 3-4-1-2, but without Eriksen being the Trancaista, and it saw Barella taking that role with Vidal and Brozovic. But I think, let me just double check. No, it was Vidal and Gagliardini, my apologies. Vidal and Gagliardini coming in. Yeah, Roberto Gagliardini making a return to the lineup. This match pretty much was pretty even for the most part, although literally Lazio, the game before this, we beat Benevento 5-2, and Lazio literally, I think, held 5 or 4 against Atalanta, which I went into this game pretty confident, thinking, okay, we can take. It's not going to be an easy match, but we can take on Lazio at their place. But especially when they went a man down, knowing that they don't have anyone to go forward with Ciro Immobile being sent off, knowing, all right, it's kind of like a blunt object or a dull knife. It's not going to like hurt you as much. So, but we still couldn't create anything. Even with the introduction of Alexis Sanchez coming on, still nothing, and even bringing on Sensi to try and add more control, replacing Roberto Gagliardini. But, yeah, my match preview for the Milan Derby will probably be up this Thursday. Either it's Thursday or Friday, give or take, whichever day. And we play Saturday. Even though, magically, the international break ends on Thursday with players returning, which is even more interesting. I guess that's my match recap for Lazio versus Inter. Ends 1-1. As well as a bit of controversy in the Serie A with Juventus and Napoli, which Juventus takes to the field. Napoli players are barred from, or Napoli players didn't show up because of COVID restrictions in the city of Naples, as well as a bunch of other drama that happened as well. So that's another day. Now on to the transfer market. Business that got done was Matteo Darmian comes in, which a lot of people are questioning where he'll play. Maybe he can play right back, right center back. We don't know into Antonio Conte's system. As well as we retained Raja Nainggolan and Milan Skriniar, with talks of between us and Calgary and us and Tottenham. Tottenham wanted a pretty cheap price for Skriniar, offering 40 mil. Inter said no, 60 at least. 60, take it or leave it. Raja, Calgary kept trying to like barter and trying to get us a low price, even though we gave him Godin for free. So the outs were Jean Mario, Bora Valero, Godin, and Jean Mario, who I think is either on loan or on a permanent deal. coming ins were Hakimi, Kolarov, Vidal, and Matteo Darmian, as well as also the backup striker, Politan, something with a P. I don't know his name. As well as retaining Rajan Angolan, which he wanted to leave for first team opportunities. But given the fact that I was talking to my friend Sharma about this, that we have 3 competitions: Coppa Italia, Serie A, and Champions League, and more than likely he would pretty much be vital for the Champions League, given the fact if, say, Brozovic needs a rest or Vidal needs a rest, or maybe change up the game, which we're going to play in a few weeks, which I think we play Borussia Mönchengladbach after Milan. The following Wednesday we play Borussia Mönchengladbach. So, yeah, that's exciting to see. I'm excited to see how this team gels together officially and fully. We've only played 3 games and we're already on international break. And out of the 3 games we played, hopefully the defense issue gets sorted, because Kolarov at the left center back position isn't good. Potentially, I've seen rumors that or supposed rumors of lineups that Kolarov will play in the back, because Bastoni and Skriniar are out due to COVID restrictions, and they have to isolate for 2 weeks, which has me a bit worried. Whew. Just given the fact that I forgot who we played the first game, Fiorentina, yeah, and they exposed Kolarov in the back, but who knows? We'll see how that goes. As well as the COVID restrictions, that's transfer news. COVID restrictions of players who have COVID for Inter. I know Zlatan Ibrahimovic of AC Milan had COVID and self-isolated, and they've recently put out a message that he's coming back and he's in training now. But players of Inter that have COVID is Ashley Young, Alessandro Bastoni, Milan Skriniar, Rajan Angolan, and Roberto Gagliardini both have it. I didn't know it was Angolan. And as well as their backup goalkeeper Radu are all currently isolating at home, which leaves a lot of differences in terms of like personnel that can be used, who will come in for this position, who will come in for that. I'll give you my preview and my score predictions, as well as essentially a lineup I'd like to see us do this week for the Milano Derby. But yeah, as well, and man, yeah, this international break, it's pretty sad that this kind of happened over international break. And at least, like, I'm in the camp of I really hate the international break, especially after only 3 games being played. Personally, I would have rather they maybe halt it and wait till like Christmas time and do an international break there. Most players would be back in, at least in their home countries, for a little bit before having to travel, be back with family. But not after like 3 games of like leagues all around the world being like played, and then bam, international break, and now COVID outbreaks are happening. Yeah, so just last week, Napoli were barred from traveling to Turin for their highly anticipated title race showdown with Juventus after 2 players tested positive for the coronavirus. Okay. So whether Genoa returned. But yeah, that's my little insightful recap of everything that's happened. So my apologies for not uploading right immediately the day after the Lazio match, as well as the transfer market review, because there wasn't much to do. Or actually, I got very busy and just didn't have time, so I'm doing it pretty late. Leave your guys' comments and predictions down below. As well as also, one more thing I wanted to touch on was the formation that Antonio Conte is trying to run is a 3-4-1-2. And there's a lot of question marks about Christian Eriksen. Is he going to play? Is he not? Recently, there was a bid from Bayern Munich about a swap from Christian Eriksen for Jerome Boateng. There's also been interest from PSG. But, you know, the transfer market's closed, which now leads me more or less, even though I read an article earlier about psychological and motivational factors of why Eriksen might start over Brozovic in the derby, which leads me to think, like, well, if he's running a 3-4-1-2, we've seen where, like, in the past, in the 2019-20 season, he used Borja Valero, as the Trencaista. He's used Brozovic. He's used Gallianini, I think, one game. He's used Barella recently as of the Lazio game. And it's pretty much like has a lot of question marks over Christian Eriksen's, as well as Antonio Conte, as well as like, okay, what's going to happen with his future? Is he going to play? Is he not? What role does he do? Essentially, a lot of people have said maybe more or less Eriksen probably just needs to adapt to a 3-5-2. And also, these are only two formations I've seen Conte run. Sometimes a 4 at the back if he gets desperate and we have to chase the game. But I'd actually like to see him run a 3-4-3. But yeah, that's kind of looking dangerous. I have a giant question mark on the 3-4-1-2 because I've said it honestly probably just needs to go. Christian Eriksen probably just needs to adapt to a 3-5-2. If that doesn't work, maybe try 3-4-3, something to get him working, something to get him gelling, or something. I don't know. If it's because he doesn't track back, maybe put two defensive people in midfield to cover for him. I don't know, because I know Antonio Conte, similar to Jose, he likes hardworking people who fight for the ball and cover a lot of distance and ground, hard workers. But Eriksen almost is similar to that of like Juan Mata or Mesut Ozil in his prime at Madrid and Arsenal, where kind of more or less you have to like just let him free and be roam. Not really much of a hard worker in terms of like covering ground a lot. But yeah, there's big question marks for me about this 3-4-1-2. I'm really interested to see what Antonio Conte lines up with on Saturday. But I'll give you my match preview, my predicted lineup, as well as the personnel that I would personally pick for the game. Yeah, so leave your thoughts below. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Give me your thoughts on the transfer market. Do you think it's good business? Matteo Darmian coming in, there wasn't a lot of hype or a lot of buzz around it. I know like a lot of people knew that he was on our radar, but surprisingly he was signed a few days before deadline, as well as Alexander Kolarov. Hakimi's been doing really well, so that's a fantastic signing so far, as well as Arturo Vidal. This season, more or less as well, which one in comparison to last season, 2019-20 season, Antonio Conte's first season, was the fact we didn't have a lot of squad depth. A lot of depth in squad, especially it showed during Barcelona, whenever Lautaro came off, or it was Alexis Sanchez came off. We brought on Vecino. It showed also as well as the Derby d'Italia against Juventus in both legs. The difference between qualities in both benches. Inter was lacking a bit as opposed to Juventus, who could basically bring in anybody, essentially. As well as also during the lockdown period as well, whenever we were playing a game 2 to 3 days. And as well as like the squad depth there. So overall, the transfer market, I would say we did good business. Could have been better. Maybe bringing in a good center back for Skriniar or De Vrij, in case one of them gets injured. Maybe there are people also with question marks over Perisic, whether he can play the left wing back role. But yeah, so far I think we did good business. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about Lazio match. Was Sensi's red card a red card? Did Mobile deserve to get sent off? Could we have done better defensively? The second time Milinkovic-Savic turns up against us. He did this last time as well. As well as the COVID test. Who would you guys line up with? But that'll be for next video this week. Buzz, this has been my match review, transfer review, and as well as interior news regarding players with COVID. So yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Peace.